Happy Sunday, everyone. It's Justice for Comics. I did this video on Friday, but halfway through the video, the audio cut out. I guess there was an Amber Alert, and it knocked out my audio. And I didn't realize it until after I had already posted the video. And then there were several of you commenting saying, hey, your audio cut halfway out. So I didn't get a chance to reshoot it on Friday. I was out all weekend at soccer tournaments in Jacksonville. Just got back. So I had a few minutes. I figured I'd reshoot the video, at least get the information out, even though it's not very timely. As this list comes out on Friday, I'd like to get these videos out, obviously, sometime Friday afternoon. But anyways, this will be just a good review of what was kind of moving last week and stuff to pay attention to. So let's dive into it here. The Hot 10 list from comicbookinvest.com. This is written by our good friend Ben Stein. We'll start off with honorable mentions. Number 10 is The Hawk, number 10. The significance of this book is it's an old, probably 1950s book. Famous artist Matt Baker, he passed away a long time ago. He has a very, very good following of people that collect his covers. And, 3 or 4 years ago, could have bought a lot of them pretty cheap. They've really gone up in value. A 6.5 just sold this week for $21.60. And this is a book just probably a couple years ago that would have sold maybe in the couple $100 range. But the problem is not too many ever come up for sale. This is a very, very niche market in the comic book collecting community. Most people that collect superhero comic books don't collect this stuff. And it's the same thing with people that collect EC comics. A lot of them, some of them collect superhero comics because it does branch over a little bit. But a lot of people that collect EC comics, that's pretty much all they collect. Because it's expensive and time, there's a lot of time involved, especially trying to track down and locate older books. So it's a cool cover by Matt Baker. Definitely has a big following, and I can see that those type of books and covers by him continue to increase in value. The other honorable mention is Damned Cursed Children, number 1. Looks like you've got a homage to The Shining. This is a recent book, I believe. And it's sort of, I guess it's homaging Pre-Code EC and The Shining. So, yeah, it's selling around $10. Nothing too crazy. But if you see that in your LCS and you're into that genre of comic book, you may want to pick that up. All right, number 10 on our list is Star Wars: The High Republic, number 1. Second printing, lower print run, selling for about $15 to $20. I grabbed a copy off of Midtown and resold it right away for $25, so I did pretty well. I love turning $4 into $25 in the span of a week. It's pretty good. I was happy to do that. I don't care for the cover that much. The Star Wars High Republic series, it's been okay. It's better than I thought it would be. I thought the first issue was decent. It had a good storyline. I don't think the art is all that spectacular or the story is all that fascinating, but it was better than I thought it was going to be. So that's about as good a praise as I'll give it. Number 9 is Thrawn, number 1, from Francesco Mattina, the 1 in 50 variant. This was a book that, unfortunately, I looked for a couple years ago and never quite pulled the trigger on it. I was looking at raw copies in the $150 to $200 range. I probably should have bought one. I think I saw one for just under $200. I don't know why I didn't buy it. I kind of knew. I've always been into Mattina art. I've been buying a lot of his covers over the last couple years. This is one that I should have definitely pulled the trigger on. So it's been an expensive book for a while. It's not like this was a cheap book a couple years ago. It's always been in that $250 to $300 range. Here it's saying a $9.8 a year ago was around $250. That could be true. There might have been a sale or two at that price, but one just sold for $2,100. So again, everything Star Wars is on fire. Thrawn is going to be showing up in a Disney Plus series, probably in the Boba Fett series, if I had to guess, the Book of Boba Fett. And this is a pretty rare book. Not a lot of shops ordered 50 copies. you got to remember, this came out like 2015, 14, right around that era, and no one was buying Star Wars back then. Nobody was. A lot of the Star Wars books were in dollar bins. I saw that all the time. And it wasn't until Mandalorian where you have this resurgence of Star Wars books. So, not that this book was ever in a dollar bin. It is a very rare book. There's probably less than 500 of these in existence, maybe less than 300 if I had to guess. So that book's going to be expensive for a while. I don't know. I don't think it'll ever get back down to the price that I was looking to buy it for. Yeah, $2,100. That's way out of my league now for that type of book. Next one is number 8, Dr. Aphra. Number 7, the Frizzen 1 in 25 variant. This book was hot out of the gate. I wish I had seen this cover a couple weeks before. I might have been able to grab one online for that $50 to $75 range. But pretty much all the Star Wars 1 in 25 with a cool cover have been pretty hot. So I'm not surprised this book took off. Selling $180 to $200 range. I think it's maybe around $175 right now. So if you really like this cover, which I like it, but I don't think I'm ever going to spend $100 or more for this book. To me, it's just not worth it. I don't know if there's even a first appearance. I don't know. There could be some first appearance here, but basically people are buying it because it's a fairly rare. A lot of shops are not ordering 25 copies of Dr. Aphra. It does not sell well. The sales on that book are very low. But it's a hot Frizzen cover, and there's a lot of people that collect Jenny Frizzens, so they're willing to pay up and pay extra for that cover. So that book's going to be hot for a while, but if you wait a few weeks, maybe that price will drop a little bit. I would say 100 to 125 would be your pickup zone for that book if you really, really love it and want to own it. That's just my advice on that. Number 7 is New Mutants number 98, first appearance of Deadpool. Heavily, heavily printed book, doesn't matter. People still want it. 9/8s are going for some crazy money now. $1,620, new record. A couple years ago when the movie came out, the first trailer came out, that book was hot. I think $1,000 to $1,200 was the price range on that book. I bought a 9/6 graded CGC for about $400. Yeah, probably a year? Probably 2 years ago by now. It's probably been 2 years. And that book's going for about double what I paid. I think around, $750, $800 pretty easily for that book now. So yeah, it's a great book. Liefeld, he created, we'll say what you will about his art. A lot of people don't like his art, but he created some iconic characters from the 90s. There's no doubt about it. Cable and Deadpool are two of the hottest characters. And that last Deadpool movie was pretty awesome. And the third Deadpool movie coming out is only going to fuel the fire under this book. So I don't think you're seeing the top end yet. I think you could see for a 9/8, you could see $2,500 to $3,000. 9/6s in that $1,000 to $1,200 range. So there's a little bit more meat on that bone. So if you're thinking about pulling the trigger on a New Mutants 98, you still have some time. Number 6 is Port of Earth number 1. New series coming out. I think it might be Netflix. Not completely sure. I did collect the first couple issues. I think I have the B cover of number 1, which was way better than this cover. I don't have the ash can. I know there's a New York Comic Con ash can that's going for pretty good money. I don't know. I mean, again, all these independent comic books that get developed, they're hot until the trailer comes out, and then after the trailer comes out, they start to cool very quickly. So if you've got these in your collection, I would wait for the trailer to drop on this, and as soon as it does, that should be the height of the book, of the popularity. So that's where you would want to put it on eBay and see if you can squeeze out the most amount of money on it. But that's what I would do. I don't think long-term that book is going to be very sustainable. Number 5 is Amazing Spider-Man Annual number 16. It's a first appearance of a new Miss Marvel, I think it is. Perhaps she'll be coming into one of the upcoming MCU movies. I think there's been speculation on this for a couple years. This book's been hot for a little while. It's not like all of a sudden it's hot, but there is a resurgence again. 9/8s are going for some pretty good money. This is an older book, probably not easy to get in 9.8 condition. It's an annual, so it's probably a little thicker, which makes the condition a little tougher. But 9.8s are selling around, looks like around $1,000 recently. So, yeah, I mean, everything seems to be going nuts lately. The next one is number 4 is the Electric Black #1 Scout Comics property that is being developed as a horror cartoon. Apparently it'll be an animated horror cartoon. Sounds interesting. I don't know, Netflix, one of the streaming services is grabbing it, and looks like this was a cover price book, now hitting $15 to $20 since the announcement. I do have the 1 in 10 variant of #1. I think there's also a ash can variant on that as well. Yeah, this might be a good one. Maybe wait for the trailer to drop. That would be a good flip. I wouldn't be buying it for $15, $20 now, hoping to double your money. But if you own it at cover price, I think waiting for the trailer might be the time to unload that book. But unload it is what I would recommend doing. Number 3 is House of M #1, the Joe Quesada 1 in 20 variant. It's kind of a cool cover. I you know, a lot of people like that cover. I'm not a big fan of Quesada. I never really cared for his artwork much. I just don't think he's very good. And I don't think he was that good of an editor-in-chief either of Marvel. But there it is. It's selling for about $100. Number 2 is Something is Killing the Children. Number 3, the second print. Really cool cover. Definitely one of the better covers on this entire series. It is the hottest independent comic book series since Saga, probably hotter than that. The prices of some of these early issues are going absolutely insane. No doubt it will be developed into something. Tynion is very, very smart. He seems to be one of, I'd say him and Donny Cates are definitely the best writers in the business today in comic books, if I had to guess. So that book's going to be hot for a long time. Where is the price ceiling on this book? I don't know. This book just sold, I guess, this week for about $600 to $700. That's a lot of money for a second print of issue 3. Again, it's hot because the print run's pretty low and it's a cool cover. A lot of people that are collecting that series want that cover and they're willing to pay a premium. There's a little blurb in here that a shop today, the owner was talking about how he gets new people almost every day adding this title to their pull list. Incredible. I'm glad the series has done well. I just shot a video a few days ago on my channel called Something is Killing My Wallet. It's all about this comic book series and what I own. You know, it's kind of showing off all the books that I purchased. So I was on this series from the beginning. I was buying all the issues. I didn't buy all the covers. I didn't buy all the printings. Obviously, I wish I had. I don't have that second print. I believe I have the first print of number 3. I know I've got a couple of the later printings for issue 1 and 2. A couple of those have done really well. But yeah, this is easily the hottest comic book property right now in the market is this Boom Studios title. And it's really helping Boom Studios as a company, no doubt about it. Number 1 on the list is Mystic number 15. First appearance of Harry Potter in comic books. There was an announcement that they are going to be bringing Harry Potter to Netflix. I don't know what type of production value. Obviously, the original cast won't be in the series. They'll have new casting. As far as I know, it will be live action. And this book was probably a dollar bin type book. I don't know. I've never really heard of it. I guess I've not really ever thought about buying a comic book that had Harry Potter in it. I didn't even know there was a comic book that had Harry Potter in it. But selling, it says here $75 plus. Yeah, try about $200 to $300 now if you go on eBay. You won't find this below $100. No way. That could be a book, though. I don't know. That would be a weird, obscure book to find in a back issue bin. I can't imagine the print run's very high on it. Ben says, will this be the most hated number 1 ever? I don't know. It's Harry Potter. There's a lot of Potter fans. Do the Potter fans cross over into comic books? I don't know. I don't think so. But you never know. I mean, right now there's heat on it. How long it lasts is anybody's guess. But if you find that in a back issue bin or you find it cheap somewhere, you're probably not going to find it online cheap. eBay, it's pretty much, it's all bought up. But you might find it in a back issue bin at some obscure comic book shop. Manny will probably find it in his LCS for a couple dollars. So if you find it, it's like finding gold. It takes some time, but yeah, that would be a good one to take advantage of. So real quick, I was also going to highlight, I got a couple books in the mail. Could do a separate video on this, so maybe I'll just show off real quick. I got my order from DCBS. There's Batman Black and White #2. I think that's just the Jock cover. I think that's the A cover. Might be the A or B cover. Jock. Got that one. I got the Black Cat Momoko cover. That's really good. I like that cover. So this is total cover buy. I'm not really reading Black Cat, so I have no idea what's going on there. They reboot it every year. Kanto 2, The Hollow Man #4. I think there's one issue left. #5 will be coming in a few weeks for me. I pre-ordered all those in advance. So these are all my pre-orders with DCBS. Daredevil #26. Believe that is the connecting cover. I think that's the A cover. There's also a C cover with Elektra on it connecting as well. Didn't grab that one. There's the second print of #25. Yeah, I got it cheap, $2, whatever. I think it sells for like $7-8 on eBay right now, but yeah, it's got her on the cover, so why not grab that one. Daredevil 26. This is the B cover by Raza. I really like that cover, the alien cover. Just a really cool color. I like the blue background with the red. Kind of stands out. Just a really nice cover by Raza. Definitely like his art. We've got Dark Knights Death Metal #7. Last issue in the Dark Knights Metal series here. Leads into Future State, so this is an important one. I think there is some first appearance of somebody in here. Cameo, maybe. I can't remember. That new Wonder Woman, maybe the new Wonder Girl. I don't know. So I'm not on top of what's going on, but I haven't read probably issue 5 yet of this, so I'm still a little bit behind in my reading. But I love that Artgerm cover. It's pretty sweet. Like that cover. Deceased Dead Planet #7. Tom Taylor. I mean, this has been a great series. I love reading it. And Matina covers. You can't go wrong with Matina covers. So yeah, that was an easy buy. Didn't have to think too hard on that one. Future State, Batman. Well, no, Dark Detective #2. Beautiful Delato cover. Anytime I can get a Delato cover for cover price, even though it is on the card stock, a little bit, $1 more for this, definitely worth it. And if you pre-order, it's not too bad. The price is a lot cheaper if you pre-order. All right, Future State Justice League #1, nice Kale No cover. I think this book is going for about $8 to $10 on eBay right now, so there is a little bit of heat on some of these Future State books. I think this one's done pretty well, and that is the Kale No cover. Another Future State Next Batman #2, the Matina cover. I think that was the B cover. Really love that Matina. I'm a big fan of Matina, obviously. And that cover is pretty hot, so yeah, I had to buy that one. Future State Immortal Wonder Woman #1, the Momoko cover. I like that cover by her. I don't love all the Momoko covers. I am a fan of her work overall. Some of them are really, really good. Some of them I don't care for. This one is definitely one I like. Just a nice action scene. Pretty cool. Very beautifully done. Immortal Hulk 42. I've basically pre-order every Immortal Hulk A cover by Alex Ross every month. Just the A covers. Can't go wrong with that. It's a good series. It ends at issue 50, so just a few more issues left. Next one here is Iron Fist #1, the David Aja variant. This was the best cover by far. It also sold out of Midtown the quickest. I knew that this was going to be the cover everyone wanted. It's awesome. I have no idea if this is going to be a good series or not. I'm going to pick up the first two or three issues and see if it's any good. But I have collected a lot of the Iron Fist series in the past, and I just think that cover's fantastic. So yeah, I had to buy that one. Juggernaut #5. I think that's the last issue in the series. and it's been pretty good. I've been enjoying it. I like Juggernaut. He's one of my favorite villains. I still need to buy his first appearance, X-Men number 12, I think it is. I definitely need to buy that book at some point. I'd like to get like a 7.0 or 7.5. That would be, yeah, I know that's not cheap. That's an expensive book. Monstrous number 31. It's a good title. It's a good image book. I mean, the writing on it's somewhat laborious sometimes. You know, you get in the weeds on this one, but the artwork's nice. It's a good book overall. I think this is getting close to wrapping up, though, that series. All right, Spawn 314. This is the 1 in 50. I got this in the mail. I didn't get this from DCBS. Got this in the mail. I bought this for, I'm going to say I paid like 80 bucks for it shipped. So there's a reason I got this. It's selling around 100 bucks right now. It is the first team appearance of the, what is it, the Gunslinger? It's not the Gunslinger team. I can't remember the team it is. It's the first team appearance. It's got Gunslinger, several other characters. I like the raw pencil cover by Capullo. It's pretty sweet. There's the regular cover by McFarlane and Capullo. And you get the raw pencils from Capullo. I just think that's a nice cover. I don't know. Long term, there could be some collectability to this. We'll see. I don't know. I could be wrong. And then there's the Mattina cover for 314 and the B cover by Barbary, I think his name is. Yep, pretty nice cover. Both nice covers. Symbiote Spider-Man number 1 in Hook Lee, just the regular cover. Pretty nice. I like that cover a lot. And it is reprints, I believe, of Spider-Man issues with a symbiote. Thor number 11, Copial cover. Just the regular A cover. Usagi Yojimbo number 2, Wanderer's Road. Nice Momoko cover. I'm just collecting all the A covers on this. And one of my favorite covers of the month for sure is Venom number 32. Beautiful Ryan Brown cover. Pretty much everyone bought this cover. This is a nice, nice cover. Long term, I think everyone's going to continue to want this one. So, yeah, really good cover art there by Ryan Brown. Love Ryan Brown's artwork. Year Zero, number 3, volume 2, number 3. I think it's the only cover. It's definitely weird, interesting. I like it. Pretty cool. It looks like a Walmart there. I don't know what's going on there. Some dead zombies. All right, that's what I got from DCBS. The other book I want to show off real quick that I got in the mail today, I bought this, man, at least a couple months ago. Not everyone's into these Pharaoh Lounge books. Most of them are adult themed, but this is a metal cover. I mean, I know the video, there's glare, and to see this in person, to hold it in your hand without the Mylar on it, holy crap, it's so good. I mean, the light off the lightsaber, the lightning, reflective and foil. I mean, this is a hard metal cover. It is absolutely one of the most beautiful covers I own. This thing is unbelievable. I think I paid 75 bucks for this, and there has only been a couple sales in the $150 to $200 range. But I don't think I'd sell this for $300. I just love it. It's so good. The Gallagher art, by the way, Gallagher is fantastic. He's been really hot lately. This is one of his best covers he's ever done. I know there's a lot of people that are trying to track this down. And I don't think I even ordered this, but the website sent me one of these. I don't remember even ordering this book. So maybe they gave it to me for free. It's just the regular version, not the metal version. I don't believe I bought that. Maybe they sent one extra to me. I'm not too sure, but I know they were both limited, but the metal was really limited. I think they only printed like less than 100 of these, maybe. I don't know. I'll have to look and see. Maybe it was 50. It was pretty low print run. And you have to see it to believe it, how good it is. It's so cool. But that's what I had for you guys. I'll have another video out on Tuesday, probably a live stream on Tuesday. I like to do at least 2 live streams a week. But that's what I had for you. I wanted to reshoot the Hot 10 list for you since it kind of got screwed up on Friday. If you haven't already, please subscribe to my channel. Hit the bell for notifications. Leave me a comment. Let me know what you think. And I'll see you guys soon on Tuesday.